Hi, this is Bill, and this is going to be a box opening initial thoughts on a 1/10 four-wheel drive buggy that I just got from Banggood.com. This is the SST Racing Stuck XBD VE. I don't know very much about this truck. It looks pretty interesting to me. My goal is to really compare it with the FS Racing buggy that I recently got and have been reviewing, and I want to see what kind of differences this buggy has to offer, and see which one to me seems like the better value overall. I know I've been pretty happy with the FS Racing Raptor. I know my son's extremely excited with it, but I'm curious to see what features may or may not be different with this one. So here we are. I've not taken the opportunity to open the box yet and see what's inside, but we'll see. So everything here is going to be a news to me. Looks to me like they offer several different versions of this platform. Looks like a monster truck version there, and it's called the XMT. And what else is on that? And it looks like they also have a short course truck version of this as well. So inside the box looks like got a little box here, probably going to be the radio. And oh, what a pleasant surprise! They've actually I've been reviewing this this radio already. This is the BER radio. This one looks like the basic version of it. The other one that I actually have of this is actually a telemetry, and just to kind of I just so happen to have that radio handy over here, and it's pretty much identical in the frame. Here's the telemetry version on the right and the basic version on the left, so they're pretty much the same radio, except without the LCD screen on the top. So I'm not sure if this actually has telemetry with it. I know I've seen some versions of this where they had some LEDs on their telemetry, so I don't see any kind of telemetry on here, but it does show the steering dual rate, steering trim, throttle trim, and the power button there. It does have a third channel button on the handle, and then the battery tray has 4 AA batteries in the battery tray. It's a pretty decent radio for the more advanced version that I've been testing, and they do include some instructions here specifically for the radio to help get it for binding and for adjustment and tuning. And this is a standard frequency or is it FHSS setup here. And they're advertising here that let's see, 3-channel, 2.4 gigahertz, and what else are they saying here? The power output is 20 dBs, sensitivity is a 1024 resolution. Pretty decent radio. I'll put that off to the side back here. There's another box here inside the radio box. This looks to be like some sort of, yeah, it's a Lipo Charger. Nice. So it looks like this comes with some Lipo batteries. We'll need a proper charge connector for that, and then looks like this charges both a 2-cell and a 3-cell Lipo, so that's pretty cool. And it looks like this might be advertising for the brand of this car, which is a Saisu, is the SST OEM. And it looks like they've got a rally version of a car here. This is the buggy that we've got here, truck. And they got some nitro versions of it, monster truck, Truggy, short course. Looks like a Humvee version, and then another rally version. I'm glad to see some more 1/10 scale rally cars coming out to the market. So here's the instruction manual. Excuse me. A little bit of dust kicking in the air, so causing me to sneeze. In the bag here, it looks like body clips and some sort of bushing spacers and some zip ties. Not exactly sure what I'm going to need to fasten down with the car, but I'm sure they'll say what's in the instructions here. It's a nice, well-printed manual here. Looks like they're showing all the different height and width, length, wheelbase, and all the different options for all the different cars. And they're showing that it comes with a 45 amp ESC and 3300 kV motor for most of the cars. So that's going to be pretty cool. Showing some basic radio operations, which this is not the radio that's included. They got a much nicer radio, if you ask me. I think the BER radio is better than these old Fly Sky radios. Lots of option parts here. Looks like there's front and rear dog bones. One of the things I'm going to look for is try to see if I can't find some CVDs for the front. I know that's always an option that I always want to go for personally. And they're showing front and rear diffs, center gear diff, all the different gear. Traditional, looks like a four gear diff. That right there is a nice improvement that I'm seeing over the FS Racing version. Appears to me that there's a what am I trying to say here? Looks like a metal crown gear here, so I'll have to confirm that. And it looks like there's a nice metal motor mount, or aluminum motor mount. And standard different options for the different plastic. Looks like all the parts are there. And it does, what I don't see in these, oh, here we are. Here are some blow-ups for tearing apart the diff and the front end. And looks like the center diff instruction there. And that's about all there is to it on the instructions. It doesn't seem to be that complicated, but we'll go from there. Here's the power cord for the charger. It does come with a international charge plug, so you will need to get an adapter for this, or just simply get one of these basic adapters for that's a US style. Got another box over here. There's the wing. So it looks like the wing just goes on to the back of the rear of the chassis there. And it looks like the wing is attached with a couple of body post clips. And here's the truck, which actually feels quite heavy. To me, this is more of a Truggy style, truck. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to put this side by side with the Raptor. And you can see the Raptor is significantly smaller, where the Raptor uses more of a 1/10 scale the front four-wheel drive buggy tires, and the tires on this truck use a much larger tire, which is more of a Truggy style tire on these wheels here. So this is definitely a much larger setup. Let me look at the wheelbase. I didn't compare the wheelbase on that. Let's see what that's like. Yeah, the wheelbase is a little, maybe 10 millimeters longer. So I'm not quite sure if that's the size of maybe a short course truck chassis. I'll have to do take some more measurements. This might be a little bit beefier. Let me take the body off and take a look and see what we've got inside there. Oh, I like how they separated the front lip here, so that way you don't have to worry about damaging the body on that. It is a PVC body. Not sure if there's going to be compatible with other brands out there. Looks like the receiver box is right here in the front center. Looks like it's really easy to access into there. I don't see an antenna tube, so I'll have to look around and see if that is hidden somewhere. But that's something that I might look for. But I do like the setup of this design for easy access to get in to that radio tray. I'll put that off to the side for now. So it comes with the Dean's connectors right off the bat. Let's see what size Lipo. It's a generic Lipo. It doesn't have any kind of markings on here, but it does have a Velcro strap on there, which is pretty cool. And then the servo mount. Servo tray is pretty easy to get to. I see turnbuckles all throughout. Nice, either aluminum or steel, I can't quite tell. but I see lots of tuning options throughout. It has a rear adjustable toe tuning. That's pretty rare to see. So if you want to have a, you can adjust your toe in through this rear turnbuckle, and that's kind of nice. In fact, the more I look at this, it looks to me like the front and rear arms are identical. Everything's just kind of flipped around between the front and rear, which is really nice for spare parts. You don't have to carry as many spare parts around as what it looks like. And I see some threaded, it's aluminum shock caps and aluminum collars, but it looks like plastic bodies. But having threaded shocks is really nice. The suspension feels nice and smooth. It looks to me like the rear is a little undersprung and the front is underdampened. So I'm gonna probably have to play with the tuning for the shocks. Looks like this car is definitely designed to be a jumper. The way it is, you got lots of ground clearance in there. I'll have to measure that later. Lots and lots of tuning options. You got 3 different options for the front of the upper shocks, 2 in the lower. Let's see on the rear, you got the same, no, more than 3. 1, 2, 3. You got 5 upper shock mount position options, and still the same 2 because these are the same. It looks to me like the same arms in the front and rear. The motor mount adjustment looks pretty interesting to me. So it looks like a lock mesh here on the very top. So you loosen this screw here and this screw here. You can slide the mesh back and forth, and it's using a Mod 1 gears in this thing. I don't think I've ever seen a vehicle this scale, this size setup with Mod 1. So there's tons of room here to put a bunch of larger motor in here. I could probably, it sure looks to me like I could put a 74mm can in there. I'll have to play with that and see if I can get a nice big 1/8 scale motor in there. You know, with the center gear diff in there, this thing almost seems like it's almost got 1/8 scale type options. The pins on the shafts doesn't quite seems to be more like 10 scale. So the drivetrain looks, you know, we'll have to play with it and see how it goes. And let's see, we've got, yeah, those look like 12mm hexes in there, but good lord, look at the size of those nuts. Those axles are huge. Those are some pretty thick axles. I'll have to, I don't know if I've got the right wrench for that. That's definitely, usually have a 7mm wrench. That doesn't fit on there. And I don't happen to have any wrenches larger that are handy right off the top. Looks like maybe a 9 or maybe even a 10mm nut on there. So I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Look for more information. I'm going to go ahead and put a link on the description of this video, and I'll definitely be posting more videos, thoughts, and I'll definitely create a review thread for this car, and I'll share more of my thoughts from there. Thanks for watching.